What is happening, everyone? Welcome back to G-Ball Vision. Today I have for you guys another exciting unboxing to dig into. Before we get started, double check and make sure you are subscribed to the channel. I would love to have you here. And before you head out, hit that thumbs up button. Greatly appreciated, everyone. So, we have a knife coming in from CJRB. This is something that I picked up on my travels through Amazon. They have really stepped up their packaging, guys. You get a nice two-stage box, zipper pouch with a cleaning cloth, and then inside of that pouch you get your knife. Now we are taking a look at their newly released Ray Laconico designed Prado. Now, this is going to be CJRB's second iteration of their crossbar lock. They recently put out the Hectar. It's been a couple weeks now since they put that knife out, and I still have that knife. I picked one up the day they dropped. I wanted to check it out. I like crossbar locks, and although very well done, there was a couple of things I wouldn't have mind seeing changed on that knife, one of which was the size. I would have liked a little bit more size with the Hectar, and then a little bit better access to the cutout. Although still fully functional, just not as good as it could be, right? We'll bring out the Hectar here in a moment. Let's take a little closer look at this guy. Now we have a perfectly centered up blade. We have some aqua green G10 handles here. You guys are looking at it and it looks blue through the camera. At least that's the way it looks to me through the camera. But it's actually an aqua green. So the real color, you are not actually seeing it via the video. I will link it down below through Amazon, and you can actually take a look and see what this knife really looks like and compare it to what you're seeing here on the screen. It's kind of interesting. Very minimal hardware. We got two body screws here, or one body screw. Well, two body screws, and then it's actually acting as a clip screw. And then we have the pivot here, and then we're going to have the same setup with an added clip screw here on the back, which means this will be able to be carried left-handed or left-hand carry. It is not going to be recessed, but the screws are, which is just fine, especially when we're talking about a very budget-ended knife. Very easy to switch that guy over if you are lefty or want to carry this lefty. As far as the crossbar lock is concerned, you have good protrusion there. Going to be very easy to get to and disengage this guy. CJRB does a good job with these crossbar locks. We have a satin finished clip point style blade, and this is going to be coming in their RPM 9. And right now, as of recording this, when I picked it up, there was a $20, not 20%, a $20 coupon code on Amazon for several different versions of the Prado, different colored handles, maybe a coated blade. I'm not sure which ones that they all have on there. This was the most intriguing one to me. I didn't have anything quite like with this handle color, and then the satin finish just looks really, really good, considering this is, I think it took it down below 60 bucks. So all things considered, 3 3/4 inch blade here, and I forget what it's coming in overall. I do have we can take a quick look. We'll do a full overview of this guy here in the coming weeks and really dive in, but you're going to get a full-size knife here. So they're marking 3 3/4 to here. You're getting 3.5 inches of cutting edge, and then it's coming down just shy of 8.5, more like 8.4 or so for your total length. Why don't we go ahead and we'll see what this guy looks like in the pocket. We'll use our Issuing Stitches Hank, which always has a link below with the coupon code if you need yourself a new Hank. He does all kinds of different sizes. GBALL10, all caps, 10% off your order. This is going to carry very deeply in the pocket. You won't see much, if anything, of this knife sticking out, and it has good retention. I do like their newer budget clips that they're doing. They're slim, they're minimal, they have good retention, they work well. I have no issues with that. We'll also go ahead and we'll check that edge and see what that is hitting for as well. This is nicely softened down in here, so very comfortable to open this guy up. Reverse flick is good. The springs are nice and strong in there. Very, very good. They've been able to really, I've said it many times, they've really been able to dial these crossbar locks in over the past couple of months. So let's see what this guy is hitting for on that edge. And CJRB has not had, I've picked up a ton of their models that I've bought with my own money. You know, I haven't had any CJRBs sent into the channel. So they're all knives that I've picked up with my own money. And I have not been disappointed that I can remember in the last year with really anything. The fit and the finish, the edges, everything that they have put out and that I've picked up has been very well done. You know, keeping everything in perspective, keeping the price point in mind. Everything has been really well done, and I think a great collab has been getting Ray Laconico on as one of their designers. I mean, he does a great job when it comes to design, and CJRB has been executing his designs very well. We'll take a little closer look there at this guy. We do have textured G10, very fine texturing. Everything's been softened very well. We have internal triangular milling, recessed liners. Not a heavy knife at all, considering its size. 2 standoffs with a lanyard post. Sharpening choil, you know, I don't know. I'm not much for sharpening, guys. It looks all right. Could it be better? I think it could be. It looks like the plunge line is really far ahead. If I'm wrong about that, you can let me know, but it looks like it's a little far ahead. I don't know that, though, to be certain. That's one of the last things I worry about, really. I do want it to be right and the best it can be, but it's really one of the last things I worry about, guys. But it looks to me like this, you know, could be better in my unprofessional opinion. Let's go ahead and we'll get the old spine whacker out here and we'll make sure this thing is locked up. It is completely centered, and in the locked out position, there's no movement up or down, and there's no movement side to side. So that is good. We have positive lockup here. Let's see what we got. So there's one. We'll open it back up closer to the tang, and then we'll do one in the middle here. And then we'll do one more just for good measure. And that was a pretty good one there. Stayed locked up, nice and solid, and I expected nothing less from this guy. Why don't we go ahead and we'll bring out the Hectar, and I'll tell you and show you what I was talking about with this guy. It has broken in very nicely, guys. The Hectar has. So this was their first iteration at a crossbar lock, and I think they did a really good job, guys. It's a decent size for a mid-size knife. It is decent. The execution is very good as well. The only thing majorly, right, and not even majorly, but the main thing was I think they should have chamfered this area out a little bit more instead of having this protrusion into the hole here. I think that should have been taken out, and I think this would have been a lot better off, and I think that would be a simple redesign that they should end up doing, and that would make this so much better. Now, with that being said, it's still easy to get in there to reverse and thumb flick this guy. It's not an issue. It's just that it could be better. That's the key here, guys. It still works and it's still functional. It just could be better. And then a personal preference is the size. We have a much taller, thicker handle here and a much more substantial knife just all together. But if you're not looking for that, like I am, you're looking for a lighter weight, mid-sized, affordable crossbar locking knife, then the Hectar is possibly going to be a good option for you. Just depending on what your preferences are. Nice drop point blade, satin finish, textured G10, very inexpensive. These are like $50, not on sale. And like I said, I think I got this for the mid 50s or right around $60, I want to say, with the $20 off. It might have been like 55. Somewhere in there. I will link it down below, and hopefully the sale is still going on when you see this video. That would be cool, but I don't know that for sure. If it's passed, I'm sorry. I can only get these out so quickly, but I think CJRB has something very solid, some very solid ground that they are standing on with these crossbar locks. Now, I don't know if these are adjustable. I don't know if we can see that or not through the reverse side. I don't know that. I know Kubey's is, and we obviously know Kaiser's are. It's kind of hard to tell. I would guess maybe that it's, sorry if I blinded you there. We'll have to take it apart and find out. That's one thing I haven't done with the Hectar. I didn't get to it yet, guys. I just don't have time. But it's something I do want to find out. If you know if that's adjustable in there, let me know and let everyone else know down in the comments. But it doesn't. It's nice and strong, guys. It's very satisfying. They both are very satisfying to open and close. The Hectar has broken in nicely, very, very nicely. Has nice, strong springs. And then this guy feels like it's going to be the exact same way. Nice, solid springs, solid lockup. That's what we want. We want solid lockup, right? Going to be good in hand, plenty of area to move around on this handle, a bunch of different comfortable grips, and you can still get up behind that edge if you need more control, and you'll be able to get right up on that tip depending on your hand size and do a detailed cut if you need to. You'll be a little bit taller, a little bit higher up, but it's still very manageable and easy to do with a taller, higher point. But, that has never been an issue for me as long as it's not too high. And this one is not, in my opinion, for me and my preferences. But once you start working your way up further than this, then it might be a little questionable on how well it'll do with something like that. But you guys will have to let me know. Do you have any experience with either of these knives? Are you looking at either of these knives? Do you like crossbar locks? I want to know all of that stuff. I love hearing from you guys, and it means a lot when you do leave a comment, any comment, even if you just let me know what you're carrying for the day. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button, guys. I really appreciate that as well. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. I'd love to have you. We release videos every single day, usually twice a day. So we have lots of content coming up, lots and lots of content coming up. That'll wrap this one up, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a good day, and I will catch you guys on the next one.